Hi everyone, this is Tina with Overall Adventures. Thank you so much for joining me. This is not the video that I intended to make today, but this is the video that is, or the topic I should say, that is just hitting me in the face this morning, and I need to trust that this topic is going to be relevant for all of you because it's certainly relevant for me today. For many reasons, which you will see in this video, I woke up with anger this morning, and I'm going to be really upfront about that. I woke up with anger, and I wasn't exactly sure where that anger was coming from. For a little bit of context, my husband and I, came back from being abroad. We've traveled the entire summer. We've been to like 18 different places to see family and friends, and we are just now at the end of our journey traveling. My initial reaction is to, turn to my journal and use it to help me with these feelings. But instead, I thought that instead of doing that by myself, I would show you the process that I go through on how to specifically use your journal to deal with a big and fiery emotion like anger. In terms of supplies you're going to need, it's really simple, just a journal and a nice ballpoint pen that you can really push into the page. Let's jump into it. Just want to show you my cute little traveler's notebook. This is from Bree at Documented Journey. It's 100% just cork with a cute little elastic on top, and then the inside is this olive felt, which is made from recycled bottles, and it's just beautiful, super soft and yummy. This is wheat. This is her color wheat. It's just like buttery, velvety goodness. And then this is, the little palm fronds on front, little pockets. And this is a folio with the cork on the inside as well. Just super, super simple and yummy. This is an awesome alternative if you're looking for a non-leather traveler's notebook, but also a notebook that's just super light and airy and easy to take around. One that you don't really have to worry about in terms of like scuffing it up or scratching or stains or anything like that. So if you're interested, Bree sells these on her website, Documented Journey. I will put all of the info in the description box below. So the first place we're going to start is we're going to look at just a simple rant. So let's say something has happened, a specific event, and you're in it, you're feeling it, okay? And you need to just like vent and get out the gunk of this experience. I like a really just cheap ballpoint pen, and I like the process of all caps. So for me personally right now, I don't have a specific event that has made me so angry. So this isn't really gonna work for me right now, but you might wanna just take a pen. I like ballpoint because it's gonna make a nice indent on the page, and it just like, it expresses that anger. So I might just, I would do an all caps entry. So a rant or a word vomit is a great place to start if you're feeling super angry with a specific event. I don't know, there's something to me about like, a fountain pen like doesn't express the same like anger. I don't know. I'm feeling really angry today. I don't know, it doesn't really do it for me. So option one would be to just rant and word vomit on the page. This would be, like I said, if you have a specific incident that's happened that you need to kind of dump out. Option two is more where I'm personally at today, and I'm experiencing anger, okay? But I'm not exactly sure why or where this is coming from. So what I'm gonna start with is I notice. I'm just gonna write that down on the page, okay? I notice. Actually, I think I'm just gonna use a ballpoint because it's gonna be easier to read. This is an activity that's adapted, actually something that I use in the classroom with close reading. It's also a nature journaling activity that we will get to at some point. But so when I say I notice, I'm gonna start with my body. Okay, so I'm gonna go, what do I notice in my body? And I could do long form writing, or I could just do bullet points. So in this particular moment for this video purpose, I'm just gonna go, okay, my teeth are clenched. My jaw's tight. I don't know if you ever noticed, but like I love it when handwriting like reflects my mood. clearly this is like really messy, and you know, I'm feeling, okay. So what I'm noticing here is all like upper body, right? So like I might just make that observation. Hey, I'm noticing this is all upper body tension. Okay, it doesn't mean anything yet, but like this is all above my chest. Huh, okay. So from there we can continue to observe what's going on in our body, or we could also do an I notice for our words. So I'm gonna go I notice, and my words this morning, or my thoughts, so I might go words / thoughts. I'm very short, / like up front. Okay, and you know what? This is messy. This is life. This is us trying to figure out our emotions. So that's okay. This is not, you know, cute YouTube. This is real life. How to use your journal to deal with something. So this is what it looks like, and that's okay. So from here, I'm now going to move on to I wonder. So I'm going to go back to this observation I made here. I wonder should always be in the form of questions. So all you're doing is just asking yourself more questions. So I'm gonna go, I wonder why my body is experiencing tension in only my upper body, body. Okay, I might say, I wonder, why are my hands numb? I wonder because it's like I'm looking at myself almost like objectively. I'm just like, okay, yeah, I got this tension. Okay, yeah, I've got these like really quick paced, like impatient, sharp thoughts. Okay. And I just start to ask myself questions. And then the last one that I'm gonna do under exercise 2 is, this reminds me of. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna think about, is there another time where I felt these similar things? Yeah. Definitely. So I'm gonna just do a little bit of a brainstorm. This section might take a little bit longer, right? I could dive into a story, or this might remind me of a specific event that I'm triggered by maybe, or maybe it's just reminding me of, in this case, I'm feeling almost like this reminds me of like the end of a long day at school as a teacher, right? Like I'm almost feeling I'm at the end of the day, even though it's currently the morning, I'm feeling like I'm already at the end of my day. This reminds me of, okay. So the feelings that I have right now, or what I'm noticing in myself, reminds me of these 3 events. Whew. Okay. So I might not know what this means yet, but interesting. I'm interested now. Okay. So now I have got all this cool information. Now how do I dive into it in a deeper level? So I'm gonna start with our 3rd activity, which I'm gonna call tree map. Let me know if you have a better name for this in the comments. And here's how it's gonna work. So we're gonna draw a tree on the page, and this is a visual aid here to help try to figure out where these emotions are coming from, okay? And we've got our roots. So you're gonna draw kind of like 3 sections. It doesn't matter what it looks like. Okay, this is more about an emotional exercise here. So we've got 3 parts to our tree. We've got the canopy, right? We've got our trunk, and then we've got our root system. Okay, so these 3 areas are going to symbolize or represent different parts of ourselves. Okay, so the canopy is going to represent what we show to others and outside world. Okay, the roots are going to be what are we not showing to others, an outside world? This also down here is more connected to our heart energy and our spirit. The canopy is more connected to our body and our words and our actions, okay? And then this middle section here, the trunk, this is going to be our a sense of groundedness, our sense of self, our base. My question here is going to be, what is grounding me or not grounding me, right? What's going on with my kind of base system, okay? So those are the three things that we're going to explore. So if I move on, I'm gonna make my own tree map for you guys and show you what mine looks like right now. So I'm gonna turn this, I'm always going to start with the top of my tree. So what am I showing? Because this is easier for me to articulate right now than this like deep stuff. I can tell you right now, what am I showing to others outside world? Okay, I'm feeling like I don't have this beautiful canopy right now. I'm running on kind of empty. So I feel like my tree is kind of like, is very like bare. I don't have a lot of leaves. I don't have a lot going on. It's just like very loose and like small. I don't know. I don't really care what this looks like, honestly. I feel like my trunk is probably like a little like weak sapling. And I also feel like I've got this like split in my trunk. I've got like this, I'm just gonna darken it out so you can see it a little bit better. I feel like I've got this divide in my tree. Half of my tree is over here and the other half of my tree is here. Okay. And then I've got my base and I've got my roots, which are very wide and deep. I feel like my roots are extending way deeper than the canopy, right? It's going all the way down this page. Okay, so what does this mean? Well, I just made it, so let's break it down. I'm feeling like on the outside. So what is on my outside? I feel like I've got two things going on. I feel like the outside of strangers / like new people. And then I feel like I've got my husband and my partner and who I am with him. And I feel like I've kind of got these like split things going on. And this is how I feel today, okay? Just to be clear. So this tree map is for today. I feel like with strangers and new people, I'm showing, let's see, I'm showing calm on the outside. I'm showing patient. Okay. I'm showing helpful. I'm showing people pleasing. Okay. I'm showing kind. Okay. I'm showing energetic. Okay. Right. And then you probably get where this is going, to my husband, my partner, and really with myself, I should do that. I am much more, I'm exhausted. I'm a little bit short, right? I'm up and down. Okay, I'm showing him and myself. I'm being like a little negative, yeah? Complaining. Ooh, okay. I'm in physical pain. And I feel like moving slow, right? Well, no, I'm actually not moving slow. I'm moving very fast in both of these scenarios. Okay, but I do feel like there's this divide in myself. I'm really sorry if this is hard to see. but this is what's happening for me right now. You might not have this split. Your tree might look like really big and full, right? Or your tree might be split in a bunch of different places. This is up to you to kind of experiment with and play with. I just happen to know right now myself what I'm projecting to the outside world is very different than what's happening just with me and my husband and myself. So, okay, interesting. That's how I've been feeling lately. I'm noticing there's this split here. Okay, and I'm interested in that. This is going with my groundedness, right? So the next step I'm gonna move to is what's grounding me or not grounding me. This split is making me feel not grounded, right? And I'm noticing I have a thin trunk, right? The V, from what I've learned from trees, it makes me weaker to outside elements. Meaning like the outside wind, like the forces are easily shaking me up, as opposed to me being like grounded and healthy right now. So I'm not feeling very grounded, clearly. I'm feeling kind of worn down. I'm feeling easily, what's the word? Like I'm easily tossed around. My emotion, easily influenced by other storms. It's almost like because my trunk is so thin and because my groundedness is so uncertain at the moment, it's almost like I'm more susceptible to other people's storms, metaphorically speaking, like other people's conflict. So that's cool. That's a lot. That's really good realization that I want to think about that more. So I'm going to put a little star on that one. This idea of like the wind is blowing. I'm influenced by other people's storms. Okay. And then my root system. So my roots, if I go back again, it's what am I not showing to others? What's in my heart and my spirit? Honestly, I'm tired, right? I'm exhausted. I don't know. I think me personally as an individual, I have a very rich internal world. I have a deep rooted system, a deep grounded system in love and myself. But for whatever reason, like, why is that not transitioning upward? I think the root is like, I don't know. I'm getting to this moment right now where I'm feeling like, wow, I think I'm just tired. Like this tree, it's almost like I've been in a lot of storms up here, storms, and my roots are just tired of holding on and they need rest. So I'm feeling like rest is a big reason here of what's going on. You know, now I'm getting a much better picture of my anger. What I'm realizing is I think deep down I'm really needing rest. I think I'm really needing to figure out how to heal and recover a little bit. So that I can get all of this back to a full and healthy functioning tree. I'm gonna move on to my fourth activity here, which I'm gonna call anchor or balloon. And I made all these up, so use them. I hope they help you. So I'm gonna do a nice anchor at the bottom of the page or a balloon. When I look at this tree, I'm going to try to decide, do I need more grounding? Do I need something to, in a good way, like pull me down my base, or do I need to let go? Sometimes when we're angry, we need to just get it out and let those feelings go. Other times, I think in my case, I think I'm at a point where I really need to ground down into myself. So at this point, once you make that choice between the anchor or the balloon, or you could do both, I would elaborate and journal on that. So I'll use this blank space here to probably journal on both of these topics. And our last and final activity is going to be gratitude. Wow, that was cool. I just learned a lot about myself, right? So gratitude here could go as simple as a bullet point list. It could be a poem. It could be a song that you write. It could just be a free write verse. It's not easy to be honest with yourself all the time. So I'm grateful for that. And I'm not talking like, oh, do a gratitude journal. No. This is just a little bit of a positive, right? Like this ends, it kind of bookends the experience. This whole thing that we just did together, from the I notice to the I wonder, this reminds me of, to making a tree map, to the anchor of the balloon, to ending in gratitude. It's almost like a whole meditation or yoga sequence in and of itself, right? Like this is a whole journey we just went on. So hopefully this helps. This entire sequence can be done to help uncover exactly where that anger is coming from, and how to help yourself identify what do you need. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope this was helpful. All the activities that you saw are things that I use and things that work for me that I've created over the years of journaling. And I hope you just are able to better acknowledge and understand where this feeling is coming from and what you need in the moment. Thank you for coming along this journey, and hey, here's to brave-hearted, open-heartedness. So thanks. Wishing you creative fire. Peace.